Hello guys, it's Geese16 and decided to make this video here. I'm wanting to do this for the past couple of days, but again, things with my life, work, and of course I've not been feeling good this past couple of days, so I'm feeling a little bit better today now. So this is not going to do anything about my Let's Plays. I'll get into an update on my Let's Play projects later on at the end of this video. But that's not what this video is about. This video, for those of you who know, if you watch some of my videos, especially my Mario Party War playthroughs, know that I'm a big wrestling fan. And you may notice that in some of my update videos I had a wrestling shirt that has a bunch of wrestlers on them. And for those of you, some of you know, you may not know this, or I might have just said it in the video, but in a LP video, it's probably a Mario Party video, I'm a big Undertaker fan. The Undertaker is probably perhaps my favorite wrestler of all time. And you know where I'm going with this. And it's last Sunday at Wrestlemania, he went one-on-one with Brock Lesnar because he put his undefeated streak of 21-0 on the line. And he ended up losing to Brock Lesnar. And then Lesnar ended up beating the Undertaker and ending his undefeated streak. I was like with many other fans that are diehard Undertaker fans, or diehard wrestling fans for that matter, in complete shock. I mean, it's Wednesday now. It's been like 2-3 days since the streak got broken, and I'm still in shock because it happened. I mean, it's gone. The shock factor is not as high as it was like Sunday night going into Monday. It's going to be a talk about topic for a long time. Here's why. I think the reason why the streak was ended right there, I think, one, in my opinion, most people are saying that, me included, that Undertaker, he's getting up there in age. He's 49 years old, and he's getting so beat up now. He didn't look good in the match. The first part of the match, the whole match in general was not that good for Undertaker and Lesnar. Because I think it's reported, this is a fact, by the way. Undertaker suffered a concussion early in the event, and after the match he collapsed backstage and had to go to the hospital. There's actually is a video up on YouTube. Undertaker leaving the hospital. You can tell he's beat up, and when he left the hospital Monday afternoon. But see, it's still kind of hard to talk about it now because the streak been going on for 2 decades, 2-decade-long streak that started before I was even born. The streak started back in March of '91 when he defeated the Superfly Jimmy Snuka, and I wasn't born until like February '92, so the streak was just now starting. And none of us seen this coming. I didn't even see it coming because in the match, Lesnar basically dominated the match. And to me, watching it, yeah, the match wasn't that good. And Taker, you can tell by Taker, he looked tired in that match. He didn't perform at the level he normally does when he's the dead man. And you can tell, really. He still did the tombstone, the guillotine leg drop, and last ride. But you may notice when he did the tombstone, he slowly done his arm whenever he does the rest in peace thing with the tongue and everything. He was doing it very slow, and I knew he wasn't right. And when Lesnar hit that third F5, I'm thinking he's got it. He's going to kick out right here. 1, 2, 3. Referee counted 3. And most fans there seem shocked. You can see the reactions on the faces there at the Superdome. The one with that black dude with that reaction, probably the best reaction there of the night. Just the way he looked, and you could tell by the other fans, they're in shock too. Some of them were booing. There was even, I don't know if you heard it, but there was a BS chant going on. So, and some people are speculating that this may be a work or it's real. Like I said, I don't think it's a work. Until, it's still unanswered. Until we hear from the Undertaker himself that he pulled the trigger to have Brock Lesnar end the streak, I don't know. But to me, I think Undertaker wanted Lesnar to end the streak. because I think him and Lesnar were pretty good friends actually. Even though they had that little showdown, that little stare down they had 3 years ago at a UFC event. I think Taker respects Lesnar, and plus he's a fan of like the mixed martial arts and UFC, the Ultimate Fighting Championship. And here's what I have a little bit of problem. I mean, I understand why they ended the streak, but why Brock Lesnar? I mean, Brock Lesnar. I didn't think Brock Lesnar was a deserving guy to end the streak. One, he's a part-time wrestler. I mean, he only shows up for a couple appearances here and there. He doesn't show up every night on Monday Night Raw or on SmackDown and wrestle. He only wrestles on pay-per-views, like the main pay-per-views. I mean, yeah, he came back, when he first came back at Extreme Rules, he lost to John Cena. And then he basically lost 60% of his matches that he came back. I mean, he won a couple against Triple H. And he also beat CM Punk, but that's it. And then he goes out and ends the streak. I mean, I'm not pissed off about it, but I'm a little bit disappointed that Lesnar was the one that ended the streak. But why? If they were going to end the streak, to me, it should have been a younger talent. Like, that's going to be the future of the business. Remember from the first Wrestlemania match that Undertaker had against Superfly Jimmy Snuka. Snuka was, I think, on his way out. I don't know. I didn't watch wrestling back then because either I wasn't born yet or I was just still a baby. Seems like when Snuka lost to the Undertaker started his career. It seemed like Snuka passed the torch to the Undertaker. But the thing also with it, if you're going, that's what they should have done if they were going to end the streak. Have somebody like a Daniel Bryan, a CM Punk last year. I would have been fine if CM Punk ended the streak last year, but I understand why they didn't, because one, I think Punk respects the Undertaker, and two, with the whole Paul Bearer, the real life death of Paul Bearer, kind of added. Yeah, you know what I mean. But Brock Lesnar, John Cena. I know John Cena sounds crazy. I know it sounds crazy to have John Cena end the streak. But if John Cena was the one that ended the streak instead of Brock Lesnar, fans would still be pissed off too. They'd be like, "Oh, why John Cena? He's just Super Cena. He buries everybody. Yada yada yada." I wouldn't have been so disappointed for John Cena ending the streak as it would have been with Brock Lesnar. But don't get me wrong, I like Brock Lesnar, but like I said, I don't think he was a deserving guy to end the streak. Like I said, part-timer, he only shows up for pay-per-views, don't wrestle on Raw and SmackDown, is not there constantly. But I know why they did it. Well, I always said I know why they did it. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to get my thoughts together after what happened. I mean, like I said, it's Wednesday afternoon, and it's still in a shock. And some people are speculating that Brock Lesnar changed the script. I don't think so. I call bullcrap on that. Why would Brock Lesnar change the storyline? I swear. I don't think so. To me, like I said, I think Undertaker wanted somebody to beat the streak. I mean, to me, I didn't think the streak should have been ever broken. I think Taker should have retired with the streak intact. And if the streak should have ended, give it to a future young and up and coming superstar. That's the future of the company, and have him carry the streak with him, like the championship that's there every week, like Daniel Bryan. Have him say, "I'm the man that beat the streak of the Undertaker," and carry on with that. Where's Brock Lesnar going to go with the streak? I mean, yeah. I mean, if they're going to if they did this, I don't know. What I'm saying here is they need to have Lesnar go full time. They need him to have wrestle constantly on Raw and SmackDown, and then wrestle every pay-per-view. I mean, how long is he going to stay there? I mean, they're going to go with it for like a couple of months, and then he's probably going to leave again. But you don't even know how long Brock's going to stay with the WWE. If this is going to be his last year, or he has a couple more years, and he's going to be gone for good. That's the thing. They're not going to go nowhere with it. And I forgot to mention this about my reaction to what happened. I remember because the build-up for this match was awful. It was an awful build-up. I mean, there was a couple of good things. I mean, the casket, Undertaker arriving in the casket, thing with the Druids and everything, I thought that was okay, but just nothing really special into that. And the match itself, I thought this match may still let the match speak itself. I mean, there's a couple of instances where, I say there's some instances where the match has poor build-up and actually the match turned out to be pretty good. That's what I thought this match was, but it wasn't. I think due to Taker suffering a concussion early. And knowing Lesnar dominated the match, and I think, there's no way Lesnar's going to win. Taker's going to win this and go 22-0. And then next year, face John Cena or Sting, or go to 32 and wrestle Sting. But when he hit that third F5, I freaked out when the referee counted the 1, 2, 3, just like the fans there. I was freaked out. I was screaming, "No way, no way!" And my mom was sitting right there in the chair in the same room as I was, and she asked what happened, and I told her. I mean, I was in complete shock. I was like this so much. I was like, "Oh my God," like that. Pretty much, I just went silent for a little while, and then they had the standing ovation, and then. I like it how they didn't play the music. They didn't even play the music for like a minute and a half after Brock won the match. I was thinking, oh, is Vince going to come out here and restart the match? I'm saying that Taker's arm was under the rope and they were just they were psyching us and Taker gets the streak back. But didn't happen. And then I seen on the Titantron it said 21-1. That's a sight I thought I'd never see. Especially with Brock Lesnar ending it. But it's just what it is. It is what it is, And the standing ovation the fans gave was pretty good. But there is some good news about it. Daniel Bryan won. I'm glad of that. I bet you Bryan, Orton, and Batista were thinking, oh my God, how are we going to top what happened there in that match? Like, how are we going to top Taker losing the streak? I didn't think that they would, but they actually did pretty good in the triple threat. And there's one cool spot with Orton delivering Batista delivering it's like they were both, Batista and Orton delivered like a Batista bomb RKO combo. And then there was one point, I don't know if you've seen it, Orton hit his back on the monitor, on the edge of a monitor there, and kind of hurt him a little bit. Well, it gave had a cut on his back, but nothing too major, thank God. That's why you see him move monitors, I say now, because you don't want anybody getting hurt. But anyways, yeah, it is what it is. I say now, is this going to be Taker's last match? I say it is. I say he's done now, but he's not announced his retirement yet. What is there left for the Undertaker now that his streak's gone? I mean, he's 49 years old. He's done everything. He's been, a 7-time world champion. He had one of the greatest streaks that would, in my opinion, will never be touched. And, yeah, 21 straight victories. That's like 21 years undefeated. Well, 21 and a half years undefeated at WrestleMania. That's never going to be broken or duplicated again. Well, never going to be duplicated or passed. Never, I don't think. But, yeah, I think Taker should just go ahead and retire. I mean, they were rumored that Sting, I think they were supposed to have this Sting and Taker build-up. I think if Taker would have won that, I think we could have had the build-up between Sting and Undertaker and have them face off at Mania, like Rock and Cena did with their one-year build-off between WrestleMania 27 and 28. They could have done, they were going to do that, I guess. I don't know. But I'm kind of glad they didn't do it now, because what's the point now? Taker's no longer undefeated at WrestleMania. I mean, 22-1 doesn't sound right, even if Taker beats Sting. Which, I don't think the match should be going on. That match should not happen now. Kind of sucks, though, but I don't think it should happen. Because there's no streak. Sting, I think Legends, I forgot to mention, if Legends would have broke the streak, Sting could have been a good choice. Triple H, Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels was the best choice, in my opinion, to end the streak. But I think Michaels respected the Undertaker and not have him end the streak. And plus, Michaels' career is coming to a close as well, so I don't know. But to me, I'm gonna keep. I mean, for those of you got, I don't know what to say no more. I'm just still kind of disheartened about it. So, but I guess I've rambled on enough about my thoughts on Lesnar beating the streak. But there's also another story. Yesterday, the Ultimate Warrior passed away at 54 years old. I remember I heard it this morning on the radio. This morning, saying that the Ultimate Warrior had passed away yesterday evening. I think it was at an Arizona hotel. Well, he was coming out, according to TMZ. He came walking out to his car with his wife, and then he collapsed and he was taken to the hospital and pronounced dead. But to me, it was a shock. I mean, to me, I'm not a big Ultimate Warrior fan because I didn't grow up watching Ultimate Warrior. Because when Warrior wrestled in the old WWF days, I wasn't even born yet. I mean, when he was born, Warrior was pretty much gone from the WWF after his dispute with Vince McMahon. I mean, he did came back from '92, then came back in '96. You know, I don't know if did he come back in '92. I don't know. I know he came back in '96 and squashed Triple H at that year's WrestleMania. Then he went to WCW. Then he retired in '98. And he had one more match with Orlando Jordan back in 2008. I haven't watched that match though, but yeah, I haven't watched many Warrior matches, to be honest with you. I mean, there was the match between Hogan and Warrior back in WrestleMania 6 for both championships, both the IC and WWF titles, which was a pretty good match. I did watch the match on a rerun, and plus I have WWE 2K14 and it's one of the replayed matches on there. But to me, it just comes as a shock though, because one, Warrior made a first WWE appearance in like almost 18 years. 1996 was his last, I think, WWE appearance. And then he came back to the Hall of Fame. He was inducted to the Hall of Fame. And then he appeared at WrestleMania, and then the next night on Raw for the first time in 18 years, like I said. And he looked healthy. I mean, he looked pretty good for somebody at 54. I mean, yeah, he was out of breath when he did the promo last night. Well, Monday night. It's Wednesday, like I said, when I'm doing this. Monday, he looked pretty good. He did a pretty good promo. And the speech, the speech he gave, it's almost like he's saying goodbye, you know? And if you just listen to the speech, just look up Ultimate Warrior's Raw promo speech. Raw speech, and then you can listen to it there. I mean, it just seems like he's saying goodbye, you know. And it turns out 24 hours, he just all of a sudden dropped dead. I think he had a heart attack. I mean, just not being around in the business for that long. I mean, he did have a match, like I said, in '08 with Orlando Jordan in some type of European wrestling promotion, but it just came as a shock. I think Warrior had a heart attack, I believe. They haven't said anything yet. But I think the same thing happened to, like, with the Macho Man. Same thing happened to the Warrior. And, of course, with Eddie Guerrero. I mean, Guerrero was a lot younger than Warrior. Because Guerrero, I believe, he had either a heart attack or heart failure. I don't know. But I believe it was heart failure or something. And, like, a few days ago, he wrestled. He wrestled against Mr. Kennedy. And he looked good in that match. Nothing was wrong. He's perfectly healthy, and then he just was found dead in his hotel room. But it's a shock, you know. And I want to say something right now. For those of you that are experiencing saying this is a conspiracy theory that WWE and Vince had something to do with it, you're out of your ever-loving mind. I don't think Vince would do anything to the Ultimate Warrior. I mean, yeah, him and Warrior didn't get along. I mean, they're on good terms now. I mean, Warrior just came back and he's for the first time in a long, long, long time, he's on good terms with WWE. And then just the death comes as a shock. A lot of people are saying that Vince has something to do with it or some type of conspiracy theory. Like I said, you guys are out of your ever-loving mind. I think Warrior I think him coming back for the first time in 18 years was, I don't know, too much for him, I guess. And it was too much on his heart, and I say he had a heart attack. So, and plus all the years of abuse in the ring. Same thing with the Undertaker, with the reason why his body's broken down is all the years of abuse in the ring, and plus that concussion he had with Lesnar. But I think I've said what I was going to say here about Undertaker's streak broken and the passing of the Ultimate Warrior. Okay, switching gears now. Back to Let's Playing. I'm going to say Friday, this upcoming Friday, don't know when, I'm going to be posting my spring and summer 2014 update video. I'll do these like twice a year. Well, I'll be discussing my next Let's Play project because I'm done with Monster Jam Maximum Destruction for now, and then discuss future projects. So yeah, that'll be Friday, April the 11th, I think. I haven't looked at the calendar yet, but you guys have that to look forward to, and I guess I've ranted on enough. So thank you guys for listening, and you guys got my thoughts on Lesnar ending the streak and the shocking passing of the Ultimate Warrior. So that's going to do it, guys. This is GeeseCross16 signing off. Later.